Shalom, everybody. Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for those that are tuning in, and also thank you to those that have subscribed to our channel. We really appreciate it.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. So, it's been a few weeks since we did a live. Well, excuse me, not a live. We ain't made it that far yet. Don't have enough subscribers to be able to do live, but we'll get there. So that was a little bit of practice, I guess. One thing that's kind of been on my mind, which something I've been trying to speak about here and there, but even more so lately, is working and comfortability and stuff like that. Of course, when you come out, this is what I'm speaking about, more off grid. When you come out, things can get real crazy. Right now I'm speaking about the weather, because a lot of y'all done probably seen on the Facebook page, Nat Turner's, where the mud just from it non-stop raining all winter long. You know what I'm saying? Weeks at a time, maybe 2 days dry, but then this rain has tore up my driveway, tore up certain parts of the land. It slowed down a lot of our production. Like, we got a lot of this cut down. Well, basically our area is already clear. I don't cut down a couple more little trees, but it slowed down us to be able to come out and cut and finish doing stuff that we need to do. Just the weather. That alone is enough to make you go crazy. It's been making me go a little crazy out here because it's just things I want to do and it's not be able to get done. Um, that brings me to the point of, when you work for yourself, opposed to when you work out for someone. A lot of people have been, speaking about, self-sufficiency and, owning and generational wealth and nation building and, a lot of things like that. And I'm speaking about the Facebook community. I don't have a lot of Hebrews that I've met out in town and over the years who are actually as active as the ones on Facebook say they're active. You know what I mean? The people that you actually meet, they have their regular jobs, which I'm not knocking nobody has a regular job, because you got to feed your family. But what happens is, a lot of people, not a but, what happens is a lot of people, when they speak with me and they hear me speak about business and stuff like that, my little small businesses that we have and work for yourself, a lot of people are excited when they hear it. But those same people, you can turn and ask them, look, man, well, I understand you work. Would you like to get a part of, what we got going on? Because, when it comes to like buying homes, like mobile homes or land, I have ways, I've been doing it for a few years now. So I kind of know how to get it done. And, I got a little bit of connections on finding places that need a little fixing up and, stuff like that. Land that's kind of far off, in the woods, like if that's what you want. Different things. At one point, last year kind of got slowed down, but like I was selling used cars and stuff like that. There's so many different avenues that we go down or that we have to create revenue for ourselves here, which a lot of people can do, but everyone seems to be more comfortable with just going to work. Again, nothing wrong with going to work because you got to feed your family. But if people are saying that they really want generational wealth and they're trying to do, what they can for their family, when you break it down, what's really happening is people are giving themselves an excuse for why they work every day instead of, when they do work, putting money towards owning things, like actually owning, not 30-year mortgages and 15-year car payments and stuff like that. I'm talking about like really working, you're making great money, and putting stuff to the side, saving to buy. You want to buy land, if you can save up, you're making good money, like a lot of people, speak about when they have these good jobs. If you can put 20,000 to the side, 25, it might take you a year or so, but you save that. When you go to these people, you can find some land somewhere for cheap like that, maybe an acre, 2 acres. At least when you go to them, you buy it and you're paying for it cash, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, without titles and without deeds, it's not yours. You sign that paper and that bank had to give it to you, or you had to get a loan for it. It's not yours until you pay it off. Because if anything goes wrong, and you had that great job, and for whatever reason they let you go because they need to cut numbers, you're the first to go or third to go. Now what are you gonna do with all the stuff that you've been making payments on for 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, all that money, and now you can't make that payment. You can't live that to those means anymore just because a freak accident or whatever happened with that company. They could just want to let you go for no reason. You don't have to give you a reason no more to fire you. What happens to all your stuff? All that money gone. You know, it's like you're not really building wealth if all that good money you're making is going to a bank for a loan, going to payments for this or for that. And that goes to a lot of people that I've noticed and people I've personally spoke to over all my young years I've been here. People get a good job, and instead of, like I was just saying, putting it to the side or trying to save to get what you want, 'cause that's what I do. I don't like payments because I'm scared to lose it if something goes wrong. So that's why I try to tell people this, because nothing's ever been taken from me. Because when I do pay for it, it's paid for. Titles and deeds. If I can't get that, I'll wait. 'Cause I don't want to lose. I fear losing things. Like you fear losing your life, losing a loved one. I fear losing things that I worked hard to give, like to buy. You know what I mean? You don't want to lose that just because you lost your job. I don't lost where I was going to. Whenever when you got all that money and you got a good job, if you're putting all the money right back into the same system that made you work for them to get it, you're not building wealth that way. You can't, because even like down to school loans. Not saying don't go to school. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're doing that for a trade where you can actually build and make your own businesses, that's good. But if you're just getting a college degree just to go work for someone else to make them more rich or richer, however you want to say that, to me it's like working backwards. Then also, that's what I'm gonna say. A lot of people, they go up from talking with people. They go up in their standard of living. They start making more money instead of staying in that 2 or 3 bedroom house or apartment that they have. They're paying a little rent in, 700, 800, 1200, wherever your cost of living is, wherever you're at. Instead of staying there when they're making more money to build up, to own something, they'll go and get a bigger house, same 2, 3 bedroom, but bigger, and pay more money for it because they're living better at that moment. Or they'll have a nice car runs, been doing them good for years. They get more money, now they want to trade that car in. They give you a little down payment for your car you give them. Now you just got more payments for another car. I never understood why people do things like that. When you have something that's working good, when you make more money, you don't want to waste more money. That doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't. But who am I? I'm a little guy that has a little bit of land, a couple little things, you know what I'm saying? There's people that got far more than I have, and they have their own small businesses that are doing even better than some of mine are. So, I respect that. But working for somebody and you're just giving all your money right back to your lights, your rents, and all that, it's just like, there has to be a better way. If you're speaking about generational wealth, it has to be a better way than just giving all your working money back to the people that you made it from. I don't care who that is. You know what I'm saying? If you want generational wealth, you have to look at people who built generational wealth and see how they do it. And most of them people, they pay into their selves or into their family that's close to them. One thing that our people don't do, and I'm talking about in and out the culture, our people, as I'm speaking of black people, we have a major issue, and I'm not the first one speaking about this. I'm just piggybacking off of a lot of it. We don't want to spend money with each other. There's so many people, and I'm gonna speak about Facebook a lot because, let's be real, a lot of us, Hebrews, if you're not in like one of these camps out here, a lot of times it's Facebook communities. You know what I'm saying? If someone that's a sister or brother to you and they share something, why would you not share, or at least, like, I'm gonna say share. That's the easiest thing to do. That's the easiest support anyone can do. Share their stuff, or at least like it, or comment on it, so that people, your other friends, can see that you comment. Because Facebook be snitching now. When you comment on somebody's thing, it'll show your friend, hey, this so and so just comment on so and so's post. And a lot of people are nosy, so they're gonna click on it just to see who comment on something, because that's what people do. I do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's one reason. That's not the only reason that I do it. But I make sure I go comment or like or something because that's the only way we're gonna show each other who got what. And especially when there's skills that need to be known as far as like uh, security, martial arts, off grid, any small businesses, especially everything that's righteous. I make sure I try to share the comment because we need those things for our people. And if you're saying that you want to come, I'm not gonna say come out because everybody's not gonna come out. Everybody don't want to. I get it. But if you're not, what are you doing for yourself and for your family to make sure if things do go belly up, that you're gonna be okay? A lot of people right now, all these people I've done seen, our brothers and sisters that got these good jobs where they go to work and slave every day. When these little natural storms are popping up, tell me why people were freaking out.
About natural.
Well, yeah,
Not
we don't
all
know
of
about how right. We don't know how natural they were, but they came.
Right.
We all know that just like this rain we're getting out here. Rain is natural, it comes, whether they made it happen or not, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that part. Wink. But but it's a natural condition. So if it's raining and snowing that bad, why are people that had these good jobs freaking out? You should already had, especially with had a pandemic with, and then we Hebrew Israelites, people talk about famine and all this stuff all the time. It sounds good. You read it, you post scriptures about it, you talk about it. Why whenever all this snow hit, people were freaking out? Oh, they don't have water. Oh, they don't have that much food. Or the power went out. Now we don't know what to do. If you have a good job, if you have a regular job, there's no reason why you don't have a generator. Especially when you are, I'm gonna keep saying, a Hebrew. You're Israelite. You should have certain things in storage just in case. Now, I didn't always have a generator either, but when I knew that things could get bad and stuff like that, I was like, let me start thinking different, which I did a while back. I bought a generator. Then I bought another generator to back up to the other one. Then I also bought a whole bunch of other things, food storage, all that stuff. So no reason why if we did this off our small businesses, where we actually, our living really comes off the economy and supporters. If people aren't calling our line to get services from me to go cut grass or to wash cars or go do security or do clean outs or any of the businesses that I have, or having my baby come and do everything she do. She does what is it? Party planning, decorating. She can do catering too because she can cook. You know what I'm saying? The jewelry, shirts. If no one calls us for all these business avenues that we have, and we also try to hire our people to work too. They need jobs, but a lot of people don't really want to do that type of work. They rather go work at the other jobs. If we can make this stuff happen off of our provisions that fluctuates up and down, like if there's nobody calling, our money's pretty much dead for a little while until people, for real, that's how it really works when you have your own business without no outside revenue coming in. There's no reason why someone who works and gets paid every week, every 2 weeks, or even once a month, why they can't have simple things like generator, a food storage, a backup water supply, like our IBC totes and stuff like that, 55-gallon drums. There's no reason why certain things can't be had. There's no reason why, especially if you're in the same community or same area, and you're saying that this is your Hebrew brother, this is your Hebrew sister, and this, that, and the third. Why haven't all these stimuluses that done came out, this, that, and the third? Why haven't people came and put money together for a piece of land yet? It doesn't make sense to me. If it's 10 of y'all and all y'all working, which a lot of people are regularly working, why aren't you putting money together to find land? Yeah, I understand land is kind of scarce now or fluctuated, but that's why if we come together as a community, a couple families can buy a piece of land. A couple families can put together some rain catchment. You know, animals, livestock. I'm not talking about livestock to sell, like our sister KC said, which is Moray Shaleem's wife. She doesn't consider herself a farmer. I think she says she considers herself a shepherdess.
Yeah, shepherd.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna steal that from her. We're shepherd and shepherdess because we're gonna do this so we can sustain our own life. We don't want to be now. If we get like in a fluctuation of things, which I pray the Most High go ahead and bless that to us where we can keep, getting animals and stuff like that. Eventually, we may be able to sell some, but it's gonna be mainly to if we want some hamburger, we're about to go out there and cut up some hamburger, and we're gonna store the rest of it in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? We want steak, we're gonna know our steak was grass fed for real. Our chicken, we're gonna know it was only ate corn and oats and leafy greens that we gave it. We're gonna know this. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating me that our people have been talking since way before I even found the truth. We first came to the truth about almost 10 years ago, whenever we was looking at old videos of even the Hebrew Israelites on the corner screaming and yelling. They were doing a lot of screaming and yelling, but these guys were doing a lot of talking about, storing up and coming out, and they were doing all this. So people been warning people for way back then. Even people in the Christian churches, oh, the end is coming, da da da. No one's gonna know when the time is coming. If it's gonna come, it's gonna come. If not, you're gonna live till you're old and die. Whatever's gonna happen. But in the meantime, why haven't people been coming together? I'm just tired of hearing it, because at the end of the day, it's just like you're just running your mouth. If you're not really trying to build generational wealth, but you got friends speaking about generational wealth, why are you talking about it with them if you're not trying to actually do it with them? It doesn't make sense. The world has got so used to fake, even in the culture. Because let's be real, if you're in this culture or you're not, that's literally just a couple scriptures away. Because a lot of Hebrew Israelites are moved. They're like people who are outside the culture. That's just a fact of it. So if you're saying you're this, it's time to go and come together. I've been writing that here lately. It's time, wake up. Because if you think that the world was about to turn back to what it was, you're still dreaming. You're sleeping. Because it's not. Everyone's happy that these stimulus is coming. Even people who's acting like, oh, stupid stimulus, da da da. I haven't heard nobody say they sent theirs back yet, though. I haven't heard nobody say that they did that righteous act. So if you can get it from them, get it. But what are you doing with it? You got that $1,400 coming, or that $600, or the last 12? Did you buy a generator with any of it, or did you go buy a TV? Did you go put some? Hey, my goodness! Hold on, let's let our chickens, get that talk in. Like, we can't never just do a video without either them doing it or the daggone dog. They actually been good. Okay, but yeah, hopefully y'all can hear me over them, because they're loud. They're over me right now from what I can hear, but hopefully y'all can hear me better. It's time to cut out all the talking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to always agree with each other. You have New Testament, you have Old Testament, whatever. If you are following the Most High and you really care about His laws, it's easy. Do what His laws say, and everything else should come together. I know that's not really speaking about the wealth thing, but that's very important, because so many people are so caught up into this, whether they New Testament or Old Testament, whether they believe in polygyny or whether they don't believe in polygyny. It's okay, I get it. People got their viewpoints. But outside all that running your mouth about that dumb stuff right there, what are you doing to change your life? And I'm talking about as far as the generational wealth and the building up of your people. What are you doing? Because right now I see a lot of people. I don't know what everybody do off camera, or off your YouTube, or or Facebook. I don't know. None of us know. But one thing I do know about us, we show y'all what we have going on out here. Not to boast and act like we somebody, because as you know, it ain't like we got a whole bunch of stuff. It ain't like, oh yeah, we off grid, but we got $1 million sitting in the bank where we can just buy and get everything we want and look all pretty when we come on this camera. No, we really getting this out the mud for real. If you ain't seen our Nat Turner's page on our Facebook, right there, whole bunch of mud.
Literally.
We're literally getting out the mud. And we've been doing this, and we've been building it, we've been doing it the right way. And we haven't been working for anyone but ourselves. So it can be done. That's why I show everyone. And you think, oh man, well, we got to feed our family. You damn right you got to feed your family. But if you think that you have to go work for them just to feed your family, as a man, I'm saying as a man right now, because the women are supposed to be taken care of by the man. The children are supposed to be taken care of by the man. All the livestock, food, that's supposed to be taken care of by the man. If you're telling me that you don't think you can make it without going to punch a clock, y'all might not like me. But how much of a man are you if you can't make sure you feed your family at least? I ain't saying go out there and get ratchet with it just to feed them, but there's ways that you can store up money to put towards your business or to put towards things where you can get more self-sufficient so that you don't have to depend on them forever. Look at the pandemic last year. You know what I'm saying? When that mess happened, so many people lost their jobs and people didn't have nothing stored up for their family. You know why? Because all the money they were making, even the people with the smaller jobs and high end, when the thing happened and people lost their jobs, they weren't able to feed their families. People being evicted. Yeah, they had a clause going on where everyone can just lose their job, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people get losing their apartments due to, not lose their jobs, but lose their apartments because the landlords weren't hearing that. Because at the end of the day, it's a landlord. It's his property. Yeah, he don't have to listen to what the state or the government is saying about you can't kick people out. That's their stuff. If I put $1 million up to build a daggone apartment complex, and something happens and people lose their jobs every day, even before the pandemic, they do not have to. I wouldn't have to let you stay there because I put my money into something to make me and my family wealthy in the long run, so I can leave something to my family. So I can't let you just live there for free. So I understand these people these rich folk who put their money towards a lot of stuff, don't want to let people live there and squat on them. I'm sorry to say it, but it makes sense. These people didn't build up their wealth to give it to you just to live there for free because you had a freak accident. People do that all the time, lose a job. Sorry, them were your circumstances. But while you were working, what were you or the other people doing at that time to keep themselves from getting into a rut? And that's the problem. People aren't doing that. People are going to work, getting their little check, probably have a couple crumbs to their stuff at the end, but all the rest of it is going right back into the system that you have to work for to get the money. At least when you're working for yourself, the money you take in is yours. And then even with that, if your business is ran through the government, as far as you have your businesses on their document, they want you to pay them just for even running your business. So either way, they're gonna dip in your pockets. Everything we own, our cars, all this land, everything we have is paid for. But yet, that camper, every year, they want me to pay taxes on something that I paid for cash that I own. The cars, paid for cash. We got to pay taxes to them for something we own. Paid for land, cash, out of pocket, all of it gone. I got to pay these people for something that I paid for cash. So if you already got to do that with something you own, why do you want to keep paying these people $1,000, $1,500 a month for rent for something that you'll never own? Even people that get these mortgages. Oh yeah, most people have 30-year mortgages. I was telling my baby yesterday, how many people, that was yesterday, how many people really, if you don't have a real solid career, doctors, lawyers, ball players, well not ball players, a lot of times they be renting, they go bankrupt when they hurt a knee, they lose everything because they didn't buy nothing, they were making payments. Why would you want to make payments why would you want to keep paying people to not own anything? You get a car payment, 10 years, $50,000 car, $60,000 car, you make payment 10, 15 years. If you lose your job, what do you do with these things? They're not yours, they're coming to take it. They're coming to put you out. It's very important that we actually want to build generational wealth, not just speak about it. Because the world might get to a place to where the only thing you have is what you own. Because these people, what if they start going bankrupt? What if these banks start actually going bankrupt? They printing money like it's nothing just to give everybody all this money. It's either one or two things going to happen. Either they going, excuse me y'all, let me make sure we still recording. Every now and then this phone will either get a ring or something like that. Yep, we still good. So one of two things going to happen with all this money that these people just printing and giving out to everybody. You think that's free? The more money people have, the more the economy goes up. It's kind of like a housing development. If I can try to make this analogy. So you have a trailer park, right? It has a certain amount of wealth into itself too. But when you go to a community where it's 2-3 bedroom houses, then you go to sub-mansions where they're 2-3 bedroom houses, but they're not mansions, but they're real big. Each one of them has a step. The more that house costs, that development costs, the more the property value. So if they keep making all this money come up, you don't think the prices in the food gonna get higher? You don't think that the prices in the water gonna get higher? The more money they're giving, I'm like, well, we giving all this money out. The we're the consumers. The people who are actually producing and giving this stuff out, they gonna be like, we got to get our money too. They got it, we got to get it. They're gonna raise the prices up. Gas gonna go up. Why? Because they're giving all the money out. The economy they have to find a way to get the money back. Nothing's ever just given for free. It never. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you free money. You got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? So you think this stimulus is just, oh, it's all good? It's not. And then if they start driving up prices of rent and all this like that, because they were hit also by the pandemic, they're going to start telling people, well, you can't pay our elevated amount of rent because a landlord can do that. All they got to do is send you a letter in your mailbox. Hey, rent went from $800 a month to $1,200. We were hit by the pandemic too. If you can't pay it, we have somebody that want to come in and make the payment. We'll give you an eviction notice. But when you don't own something, they don't have, when someone owns something, they don't have to tell you that they want to sell it or they want you out. Only thing they got to do is go down to the courthouse, do a summons, and they'll give you like a 10 to 14-day notice depending on where you at. I know it's different in different states. They give you a notice. When that notice hits your door, you got to come to the court and they'll let you know, yeah, no, they gave you the notice, this is it. Why would you want to run the risk of that with so many people do? Start getting together, start buying. Start really getting generational wealth. Everyone talks about this community living. Everyone talks about off-gridding. Everyone talks about self-sustainability. There's no reason why a couple families can't get together on land. Like we have a lot of acres. We always speak about the little 3.9. It's the part we're building on, but there's actual more acres. You know, this is way more than enough space to finish clearing more and families to come out. On an acre, you could fit what? You feel like 12. It sounds dumb when I say this, right? You can fit like 12 families, 13 families on an acre. I'm talking about with RVs. People think, oh, each person need an acre to live, this, that, and the third. Well, if it's community living, right, and you have an acre of land, our camper that we have over there, because this actually, oh, you can't see behind y'all, but y'all know I've been cutting. This is our area. We're about to build our cabin, this whole area right here, right? But that camper that's over there is like 22 feet. Not very big, not huge, but you can live in it comfortably, and it seats about 6 people. It sleeps 6 people. There's no reason why a family of at least 6 cannot come out, go save your rent for a month, literally. Go buy your camper. You ain't gotta get a cheap $1,000, $1,500 camper. Go get you one, 2,000, 3,000. Take your rent, your lights, and all that you're gonna do. Go get your camper. Fill that thing up with water. Okay, you can fill it up with water. Get you some food and produce and stuff. Load it inside there. If you have a truck, put that thing into a truck. You could come out here. Literally, I have space. You could put that thing, park it, jack it up, make it stable. You're living. Oh, buy a generator. I only have 2. I need both mine. You know what I'm saying? You could be living on somebody's land with just a camper until, okay, you wanna build a house at that point. If you want to do something like that, all right, now we gotta start speaking about, okay, you wanna buy a portion of what it sounds like you're saying. You're trying to buy a portion, like a quarter of an acre, just so you can build your home on. Cool, but this will be a community living space. I've been speaking about this. You know, we were actually speaking about this like 2 days ago. The garden, I would extend the garden. We'll all eat together. I would extend the cages for the animals. It'll be goats and all that. We'll all do all that together. That will make it community living. But literally, before any cabins, everyone can literally just come here and live in campers until more buildings are built or whatever. Because again, we're not rich people. We're actually doing it step by step. As we get money in, we make money in, we put it towards what's needed. We don't go blow and give it back right to the people. Only people that get our money, the people we got to buy dog food, and eventually we're going to get some more rabbits and start breeding them like crazy, and our dogs will be eating rabbit. We won't even be buying that dog food. You know what I'm saying? Lumber, like a lot of these aren't really big enough to really, do sawmilling with to build our house, because they were, I would definitely do it. Our brother Benny Yah, he got big old crazy trees. He can sawmill, make all kinds of 2x4s like his, but ours aren't that big. But that's the only people that get money from us. If we have to go to the store, we like get some groceries or something like that. We have food stores. We have food, right? Like right now. Yeah, yeah. Car insurance. You have to have that to ride around. We got our phone bill and our little Netflix. But other than that, we're not paying craziness. And like all these totes and stuff I be talking about, and these cages, used. So what costs $300-400 in the store, I'll buy it used and great. I don't just buy crap. I buy good stuff that looks new. If it costs $300-400 in the store, 9 times out of 10 I'm probably paying $100 for it. Those big old totes, I think I pay like $20 for them. No. Excuse me. I pay like $50 for both of them big old totes. You buy them brand new, somewhere they're gonna be like $150. If I can get it for cheaper, I'm going to. I'm marketplace, freaking offer up, because that's how you save your money and you make it go to something else that you need, that you're needing. There's no reason why our families can't get together on an acre of land and all live. Like I said, you can get at least 12 comfortably. 12, you don't need front yard and backyard. If you have a whole land, park your campers next to each other or just enough space away so the children over here yelling and screaming and somebody else over here asleep, they can't just hear it. You know what I'm saying? Put about 10, 15 feet between each one, you can live. And y'all use the rest of the whole land as, space for whatever, animals, gaming, whatever it is, you got it. And then we have wild animals that run through here, rabbits and freaking deer. We were all out here. It's like there's no reason why people aren't actually trying to build a generational wealth, even if it's as tribes, as families. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the camps thing, but tribes, a lot of people are not even willing to make the sacrifice to leave their job that they're comfortable at. That's what it is, the comfortability. People won't even leave that to come out and be uncomfortable a little bit to build with each other. Well, yeah, everybody on Facebook want to show their houses and show their cars, and that's cool, because if y'all ever looked at our Ride and Clean, our community outreach page, we got the car club, nice car, no, I get it. But we were also building to be like this. We didn't come out here on accident. We didn't come out here because we were homeless or we were out here messed up. A lot of people are like, yeah, we off grid, but no, you were just giving a story about how you were homeless. So we were kind of forced to off grid. No, we made the choice to come out here and do this. We were saving, buying stuff. So when we came out here, everybody said, man, y'all did that so quick, y'all clear. We got so much stuff because while we were out there living our life and making the money and, doing stuff we were doing, we were buying stuff because I knew we were coming off grid. She was like, what? In the woods? She, what?
Right.
Scared to death and wasn't trying to hear. See where she at.
Thanks.
And she's loving it.
Yeah, I do.
Because this was a serious thing. This wasn't a fad to me. This wasn't a fashionable thing. Like, everybody want to be a Hebrew Israelite. Now, it seems like. But what if being a Hebrew Israelite, you have real requirements? Right now, nobody's holding people to standards of the stuff that they're saying, the stuff that they're doing. People just kind of they grown. No, it's supposed to be, if you're moving sideways, I'm going to tell you you're moving sideways. And then the elders should come back that up. Scripture should back that up. Law should back that up.